Part 1. Features of the Dragon Bag.
Alright, so in this presentation, this video, we're going to be going through our new Rapid Intervention Rescue Air Pack. So this is the new setup that we have on both Elm Grove and the city of Wauwatosa. In this video, I'm going to be breaking it down into 4 parts. Part 1, we're going to be talking about the bag itself. This is a brand new bag designed by Lieutenant Troy Boesl called the Dragon Bag. A lot of nice features on it, so we're going to go through those elements to start with. And then in part 2, we're going to talk about all the components that are placed inside the bag and the slight difference that we have between Elm Grove and Wauwatosa. We'll get into part 3, which will talk about the proper way to set up all those components for storage and rapid deployment. And then in part 4, we're going to get into demonstrating the options for addressing a low and out of air emergency and the proper way to deploy all those individual components. So let's talk about the bag itself. Members were primarily looking for something that was going to be lightweight, low profile, functional to our needs with a lot of versatility. And I think, in my opinion, Troy hit it out of the park. I've been doing rapid intervention now, specializing in it since 1994, so 21 plus years. And in my opinion, this is one of the best bags out there. Did a really, really great job on the design. So let's take a look at it. Overall length, that's going to be from the edge of the plastic, 31 inches. Overall width, about 10 inches. And then overall height, which has adaptability or flexibility to it, at the smallest from the edge of the fold to the bottom of plastic, 8.5. So it's going to fit in a lot of compartments on a lot of different apparatus. Now, outside of the bag, heavy duty vinyl. So that's going to give us that water resistance when we're working in firefighting operations. It's double layered. So you got a heavy duty nylon on the inside, additional padding, so it's going to help protect your bag. Remember, you got a rescue air pack, air cylinder on the inside, so double layered nylon and padding on the inside of the bag as well. Nice reflective striping on it, red, so it's better visibility than some of the black bags that you see on the market. You got a reflective release handle on the front. The Velcro itself, one of the changes that we made from our previous custom bags is we eliminated the zipper when we went to Velcro. Now this is 4-inch Velcro. What's nice about the additional Velcro length is it gives us that customization of the bag. So if we had more material, more equipment inside, we can just do half the Velcro and still have sufficient gripping power. We also know that Velcro over time wears out. So if you wanted a little bit more compact, on our rescue air packs, you notice that we can actually take full utilization of the whole length of the Velcro, and we get a little bit more gripping power. We don't have to worry about zippers busting. Opens up really, really nice, so you can adjust the height of the bag itself. On the bottom, this is probably the biggest addition, and by far and away, probably one of the best skid plates that I've seen out there. So this is 1/4-inch ABS plastic. So it's basically molded into this shape. So on the bottom, you got a solid 1/4-inch. It's fastened to the bag with 10 rivets. So you got 3 on each side, and then you got 2 in front. Now Troy is selling these bags. He basically guarantees that bottom for a year. So if you wear through it, if you crack it, you can send you a replacement. Down the road, if you really beat it up and you want to replace it yourself, you can buy this, the skid plate, and then replace it yourself just by popping out the rivets. You'll notice that it has really, really nice rounded corners. So it allows it to drag around corners and debris really nicely without getting snagged on it. Goes up and down stairways extremely well and over any surface you can imagine. Carpet, no big deal, but we're starting to get into concrete and commercial buildings. It's going to take the abuse. As far as attachment points on the bag, on the front and back, so this is the back side or flap side of the bag, and this is the front side of the bag, or the handle side, the release side, we have V-rings. And this is primarily for our carry, shoulder, and drag strap. Now, some of the other commercially made bags that you see in the market, they'll typically go like a seatbelt configuration with a release, but it's usually just a straight strap. Now, that straight strap really only gives you a couple options for deployment. By us going with this open 1-inch tubular webbing design, it gives us that versatility and functionality that our department members were looking for. So, clip it on, backside the bag, and you got the simple shoulder strap. Obviously the easiest way to carry it. If you're going up a ground or aerial ladder for different access, or if you're climbing stairs, it's long enough so that you can go over your head and your shoulders across chest. You got both hands free for hand railings to carry tools or work off the beams of the ground or aerial ladder. Now the carabiner that comes with the bag, both with the bag and the utility kits if you decide to go that route, is the Black Diamond Rock Lock Screw Gate Carabiner. Probably one of the best carabiners on the market. This being a twist lock, we have the option of using the biner in either an unlocked or locked position, depending on what the user application is going to be. Key style, the big advantage, can you see this all right? Big advantage of the key style versus that pin and hook design is it's really easy release. So anything that you have as far as hardware, it's not going to get hung up on, it's not going to snag on. It's going to be really easy to take that biner on and off without it getting hung up. Nice asymmetrical design, so it's really easy to operate with firefighting gloves on. Our typical storage position again is going to be clipped to the back side or flap side of the bag. Now Scott, I'm going to have you come in. Here's where the versatility comes into play with this configuration and design. Scott has a myriad of options for him to carry and drag this bag. So if Scott's in a 2-point and he's going to be dragging this bag, he can take the carabiner. If he's got an escape belt, utility belt, okay, that we have here, he can take one of the accessories, clip it in the side, and he can drag it. If you don't carry an escape belt, or some of our members have their escape belt underneath their coat, you can actually clip it into one of the straps of the SUV. Not really always advisable because the weight on it can start to work that strap open, so we don't encourage it, but it's an option nonetheless. If he doesn't like that option, doesn't like that method of carrying the bag, he can leave the biner on that rear V-ring and he can use the knee drag. He gets that strap high up on his leg, his pocket actually kind of holds it in place. The bevel size of the pocket helps keep it high up on his thigh, and he can drag it. If he goes back into a standing position, go ahead, Scott. By keeping it up into that, over that flap of that pocket, keeps it in place. So we can transition from a standing to a kneeling position, and this open loop design allows him to do that, and then he doesn't have to worry about releasing anything. Those straight seatbelt configurations don't have that option and that versatility. All right, Scott. All right, so final feature of the bag, you still got 2 additional V-rings on the back or flap side. Now that's just to carry additional equipment. For us on Elm Grove in Wauwatosa, we carry our accessory webbing loops. So on one side we have the 5-foot webbing loop, still have that same Black Diamond Rock Lock Screw Gate Carabiner. On the left side, actually it's obviously interchangeable, we have that 6.5-foot webbing loop. All our members on Elm Grove in Wauwatosa, you see Scott on his escape belt has the 9-foot loop. Some are carrying them in the pocket like I am here. So we pretty much got the full spectrum of webbing links covered. We keep these smaller ones on the bags, everyone else is carrying the 9-foot loop. But you can carry whatever else you want on that accessory. If you wanted to, which is going to be the last component of the setup that I'm going to go through, is utility kits. So some members are attaching utility kits back here, or on this V-ring. An option on the dragon bag that Troy's going to offer is Velcro on the top. So you can actually Velcro the utility kits right to the top, and then when you need them, you can pull them off for deployment or for carrying the bag.